So with little kids, you just tell them, no, you're not wearing that costume. You pick it out for them. You tell them exactly what they're going to go as for Halloween. As your kids get a little bit older and they want to assert their own independence, sometimes they like to be a little bit edgy. You get a teenager, maybe 17, maybe even 18, that's got a costume idea that you think is absolutely terrible. Jaybird, you're talking about this 18-year-old that wants to go to a Halloween party. It is not related to his school. Sounds like it's a senior in high school.
Yes.
But it is something that will definitely turn heads and would upset others. He wants to go as Osama bin Laden.
Dead Osama bin Laden, where gunshot and all that, blood coming out, and his parents are thinking, I don't know if this is a good idea or not. What are your thoughts? Is this so out of line?
You can put, to me, costume on a rating scale: green, yellow, red. Green, no one's going to take offense. You're good. Yellow, you might. It's questionable. And then red, absolutely do not. I put that in the yellow category. If it was alive, like you're celebrating Osama, then I would not. The fact that it's dead, it's edgy. But I think that I'd put that in the yellow category. What about you, Virginia?
What party or where are you going? Are you just going trick-or-treating in it?
It's kind of like a teenage party / trick-or-treating. They're going to have a little shindig.
If he's around 18-year-olds and his peers, probably not going to get any kind of pushback, and it'll probably be all right.
I think he'll be fine.
I think he's going to be fine, too. When I heard that.
It's yellow, but it's not bright yellow.
Why is it yellow?
Because it's just, it's real. And it's an assassination thing, and there's probably blood and guts.
It's death, it's twisted. Keep in mind, this is the guy that is responsible for over 3,000 American deaths. And there are people that have family that were in those towers in New York or in the other deaths that had happened in other places on 9/11 that they see that they would not probably think fondly of it, and they wouldn't like it. Now, the chances that you run into that person, they make a scene out of it, it's light. That's why I put it in the yellow category. Because you can justify be like, no, I'm celebrating that he's dead. So that makes it yellow.
Well, that's what he's doing. That's the angle he's taking.
Yeah, then that's why I'd say it's yellow. It's not as innocent as going as, a Smurf.
And then his reasoning was, it was so long ago, people are going to understand that, I'm doing it to say he was a bad guy.
Yeah. It might be kind of exhausting, too, because you're going to have to keep explaining your costume all night, and that's just
could be hot,
cutting into my drinking time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are saying go for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that offensive, but he will catch a little bit of like, what?
Okay. Now, what about a Hawk Tuah costume? Is there a problem with that? The Hawk Tuah girl, which if you don't know what Hawk Tuah is, it's a girl that went viral for making a funny comment that was sexual in nature into a microphone. And next thing you know, she's got one of the top podcasts in the world.
I think it's 3. And let me just tell y'all, it is not that good of a podcast.
I can imagine. It's probably produced to death, too, on top of it.
Some of it is, and then they start talking, and they're not on microphones sometimes. Sometimes it is. Sometimes they have microphones, and then...
Wow, and it's doing it.
Then all of a sudden you go, he should have been mic'd up for that.
Yeah, okay, questionable. So you got an 18-year-old girl that wants to dress as the Hawk Tuah girl. Is there a problem with that?
I mean, it's not really the image that you want for your baby girl, but if she's 18, she's 18. I don't know if you really have much of a say.
I'd have to see the costume.
It's whack.
To me, the costume, all right, whatever the concept, you could make that to a point where that is dirty and it's a little too graphic.
Right. It could be just plain vulgar.
And if you went with that level, I would put that, no. If you're going to, again, a party of your peers, probably going to be okay. But if that was anywhere where you had a mixture of company and crowd and ages, I would put that probably closer to the red zone.
You could mix them together, go Croc Tuah, put a croc mask on you, and then have the actual outfit.
A crocodile?
Yeah, Croc Tuah, Hawk Tuah, or you could do a hawk mask.
Okay, yeah.
That's how you jump it up to a weird level.
Okay, like a bird.
Yeah, I'm Hawk Tuah.
Yeah,
and you've got a
completely confused people.
I have a hawk mask. Oh, that would work.
Well, you could put on a hawk face, and you could wear a Tuah jersey.
Hawk Tuah, that's a great costume.
There you go.
Hawk Tuah.
And now all of a sudden you're Hawk Tuah.
You're Hawk
like,
Tuah.
What are you?
Girl.
See, I'm Hawk Tuah.
Okay, see.
Okay.
Solutions.
See, we just came up with a great.
And it's not vulgar at all.
No,
you don't have any
it's
of
funny,
the
you're right.
vulgarity. You just have all of the comedy.
That's how you do Hawk Tuah.
That's funny right there.
Yeah, there you go. All right, take that. There's our freebie.
Because the Hawk Tuah costume is pretty whack. It's not anything that great either.
Well, most people are not going to know unless you're so plugged in.
I think it just got Hawk Tuah written on it.
To who Haley Welch is, yeah, you're not going to have any idea. To me, it's kind of a weak idea for a costume.
I didn't even know her name was Haley Welch. Kevin does. Kevin's very plugged in.
I am, baby.
He loves Hawk Tuah. And don't you sit over there and try to pretend like you don't.
He loves Hawk Tuah way more than he loves Croc Tuah.
What costumes get a red light? Here's my starting list. And tell me if you disagree with any of these or any you would add to it. Hitler, KKK, blackface, school shooters, terrorists, sexual predators, Muhammad, politicians, and some zombie celebrities.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Some zombie celebrities, I can see that. Politicians, I don't know. I think politicians are fair game. Now, you're right, though. You will get crap.
Yeah, I'm talking about if you're in a mixed party crowd, you never know. You know, there's videos. I saw one today. There's a confrontation. Somebody that had a presidential candidate sign on their front lawn, and their neighbor came over and demanded they take the signs down, and they're screaming at him.
On the Ring doorbell, they're screaming about their own yard and the flag. Like, you can fly whatever you want. If you don't live in an HOA, you can fly whatever you want with your flag.
There's probably some people that would welcome that. They would love to walk out and be like, yeah, I dare you to call me on my costume. And they just want the fight.
Let me ask you this. Where's your red, green, yellow light on this one? Zombie, George Washington, or Abe Lincoln?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, enough time is...
Yeah, that's all good. But if you took a celebrity or somebody that died in a sensitive matter that a lot of people loved, and you did a zombie version of that, then that may not fly. So
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.